Kanye West hits Kim Kardashian hard with latest custody move. Rapper Kanye West and reality TV star Kim Kardashian have shared joint custody of their children following their divorce in 2022. However, West has recently issued a cease and desist letter against Kardashian concerning the custody and welfare of their children. In the letter, West and his legal team have made 3 allegations against the reality star. Kanye West and Kim Kardashian share 4 children together. Record producer and rapper Kanye West and reality television star Kim Kardashian started their relationship in 2012. The two married in a private ceremony in 2014. Together, the two share 4 children together: Northwest, Saint West, Chicago West, and Psalm West. However, the couple would ultimately divorce in 2022. According to TMZ, West has recently been making claims against Kardashian. Accusing her of exploiting their children, he claims that she left North by herself while attending the Met Gala this week. According to the publication, West is threatening to take her to court over the issue. His lawyer, Kathy Johnson, issued a cease and desist letter to Kardashian's attorney, Laura Wasser. As it reads, the letter concerns the welfare and custody of Mr. West's minor children: Northwest, Saint West, Chicago West, and Psalm West. According to the divorce settlement, the two share joint custody of their children. West also pays $200,000 each month in child support. The rapper made recent allegations concerning Kardashian attending the Met Gala in New York City. Through the cease and desist letter, West claimed Kardashian violated his rights and their divorce settlement in 3 different ways. As previously mentioned, it was first claimed that Kardashian brought their daughter North to the Met Gala earlier this week, leaving her unattended in a vehicle throughout the event. West, also known as Ye, also claimed that Kardashian went against his demands not to publish images and videos of their daughter on TikTok. Secondly, the rapper claims that Kardashian has denied him meaningful access to their children, which goes against their agreement. He claimed he hasn't seen Saint at all this year. He also claimed to have had unreasonably restricted with North, Chicago, and Psalm. However, TMZ took issue with the claim, saying there were pictures of West with his 3 youngest children in Japan back in January. For his final point, he also claimed that Kardashian was taking advantage of North for personal or commercial gain by posting content of her at public events. According to the rapper, this disregards his joint custodial rights and his stated opposition to his children's public exposure. According to the publication, sources connected to Kim claimed that West has rarely asked to see their kids at all this year. They also claim she's never denied him access when he requests it. Kanye's attorney also reportedly said she was representing Bianca Censori. However, it's unclear what stake she has in the child custody case. Kim Kardashian thought she had weathered the storm. Years of public drama, divorce filings, Twitter rants, cryptic songs, and courtroom standoffs had left her emotionally exhausted but resolved to move on, for the sake of her children and herself. But just when she began to breathe easier, convinced the worst was behind her, Kanye West dropped a bombshell that sent shockwaves through her carefully curated life. His latest custody move wasn't just aggressive, it was personal. It began with a quiet tap on the glass window of Kim's Hidden Hills mansion, her assistant, pale and wide-eyed, holding a thick envelope with the dreaded red stamp, Legal Notice. Kim peeled it open with a sigh, half expecting another round of cryptic filings from Kanye's army of attorneys. But this wasn't the usual posturing. No, this was something new. Kanye had filed for emergency custody modification. He was demanding full physical custody of their 4 children: North, Saint, Chicago, and Psalm. Worse yet, he included a 47-page manifesto outlining all the reasons why he believed Kim was an unfit mother in the current Hollywood climate. Your Honor, Kanye's opening statement read, "I can no longer stand by and watch the machine of celebrity culture corrupt the purity of my children's spirits." North has become a social media influencer before her 12th birthday. "My son's saint is being shaped by TikTok trends more than the teachings of God." He cited incidents where Kim had allegedly allowed the children to participate in worldly rituals, including Halloween parties, photo shoots with adult themes, and what he ominously labeled the Met Gala incident, a moment he claimed was a symbolic surrender of parental guidance. She read through the filing, her heart racing. Not because she feared losing custody, her legal team was one of the best in the country, but because the attack was so deeply personal. "This is war," she whispered to herself, staring at the photo Kanye had attached of North wearing fox leather boots and a Balenciaga crop top. The caption read, "This is not the daughter of a man who speaks with God." By that evening, the filing had leaked. TM's Page 6, The Shade Room, even Reddit lit up with commentary. Some users accused Kanye of weaponizing religion. Others praised him for trying to protect his kids from lay degeneracy. The internet was in chaos. And then Kanye did what Kanye always does. He escalated. At midnight, he live-streamed a custody sermon from a candlelit chapel he had built in the Nevada desert. Dressed in an all-white robe and Yeezy slides, he stood at a podium made of old church pews and spoke for 75 minutes about the soul-snatching seduction of clout. "My children need salvation, not photo ops," he proclaimed. "The world does not need another reality show family. It needs warriors of light, and I will fight until my last breath for their spiritual freedom." Kim watched in disbelief, phone vibrating nonstop. Her group chat with Khloe and Kris was on fire. "Khloe, is he serious with this cult nonsense?" "Kris, we need a PR strategy now." "Kim, he's using the kids as leverage. I won't let him win." But Kanye's move wasn't just for show. Behind the scenes, he had assembled an entire legal dream team, including a conservative Texas attorney known for high-profile custody battles, and a former child psychologist who once testified against Angelina Jolie. Even more disturbingly, Kanye had filed a motion to move the children's permanent residence to his Wyoming ranch. "Children need nature, not Novo," his motion read. "They need dirt, not diamonds. They need prayer circles, not paparazzi." Kim wasn't having it. She walked into court 3 days later in a cream-colored Balenciaga suit, her hair in a tight bun, eyes laser-focused. "Your Honor," she said firmly, "I respect my ex-husband's beliefs. But raising our kids isn't about forcing them into his version of salvation. It's about love, safety, and stability." Her voice cracked only once, when she described the night North cried after reading online that she was going to hell because she wore eyeliner. The custody hearing was brutal. Kanye's legal team submitted video evidence of Kim dancing at a Las Vegas party while the kids were at home with a nanny, completely ignoring the fact it was a charity event. They dissected every parenting choice she'd made since the divorce, each filtered Instagram post, each public appearance, every snippet from the Kardashians on Hulu. Kanye, meanwhile, sat stone-faced in the courtroom, sketching a picture of a burning Hollywood sign in his notebook. Occasionally, he would whisper scriptures to himself. But Kim had her own defense. She called to the stand school teachers, pediatricians, even their longtime nanny, who swore that Kim was the most involved mom I've ever worked for. They described her making late-night science fair projects, braiding Chicago's hair every morning, and insisting on bedtime stories, even when she was exhausted from filming or running SK-Ken meetings. "She's not perfect," the nanny said, "but she's real." and those kids adore her. As the case unfolded, the public began to shift. At first, they were drawn in by the spectacle, Kanye's theatrics, his sermons, his desert chapel. But gradually, sympathy began leaning Kim's way. The world had watched her endure humiliation, heartbreak, and nonstop scrutiny, yet she'd still shown up for her family. Even North posted a cryptic TikTok that read, "I love both my parents, but I'm not a pawn." In the end, the judge ruled joint custody would remain intact, with one important note. Neither parent was allowed to disparage the other publicly or involve the children in public messaging. Kanye left the courtroom without a word, slipping into a matte black Sprinter van. Kim, meanwhile, stepped outside to a sea of flashing cameras. She didn't say much, just held North's hand and smiled softly.